Insada from Pause and Rock, and today I have the pleasure to have with me Jess Fury. First, how are you, Jess?
Oh, I'm doing so well, and I'm so excited to meet you and talk with you. And yeah, this is really cool.
First of all, your EP, it's like we can say your debut EP Hollywood Forever has been released for in this year. It's not been released for that long, right?
No, it's been released in a couple months ago, so it's
Okay, so
pretty
it's
fresh. Yeah.
fresh. Yeah. But your music is going on for over almost 1 year around, even more maybe.
Hmm.
So in order to give the people also the chance to understand the meaning and of your song, there is always the question that I say it's could be the most interesting one for the at least for me, your story. So
Hmm.
how Jess ended up to be a musician, a performer, a storyteller, instead of being I don't know, football player or a lawyer.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I could have been an ice hockey player actually,
Really?
or I could have because my father was played professional hockey.
Okay.
And but I always loved music, and I have a lot of music in my family. Going back to my grandpa was in a band here in Los Angeles in the 60s. And I've been finding out and discovering more and more. My mom did music. My great uncle on my dad's side had a successful band. And so there's always been music, and it's one of those things that I went and saw a concert when I was 7 years old, and immediately went home and started writing songs, and found that I could entertain people, and I would get attention for these songs and make people feel things, like I make
That's
people cry or make people feel happy, and it was like I just wanted to do more and more of that. So I've been doing that ever since. And when I got a little older, I signed a publishing deal in Los Angeles and started writing songs with a lot of really talented people. And at that point, I had only written songs by myself, for myself, and it was a release. It never was a career, and I never thought it could be a career. It's just something that I did. And I, yeah, I did a lot of sessions. And then from then, I ended up moving to London, to the
okay.
UK, and I lived in London for 3 years. I signed a major record deal there, and I toured for 3 years under a different name, Jezere. So yeah, I had like blonde hair, and I toured and I wrote songs all the time. And at the same time, I was like 18, 19, 20 years old, and figuring out how to become a man, how to take care of myself, how to do my own laundry, and live on my own. And I'm doing it on the other side of the world. So
Yeah.
that was amazing. And
Tough at
I
the
had
same
a
time, I guess.
I had a really good run doing that. And then I came back to Los Angeles, and it was around the time the pandemic started, and I had been
Okay.
working hard for so long that I used that time to kind of re-inspire myself.
Okay.
um, and I rebranded, and I wanted to change my name to Jessy Fury as a way to have a fresh start, and to
Yeah.
have a name that represents uh, this furious ambition. And
Yeah.
yeah, then so that's what led me to where I am now, and to the Hollywood Forever EP, which is very much inspired by the city that I love and
And
spent most of my childhood in. And having gone and lived in the UK, um, I fell more deeply in love with Los Angeles.
yeah, sometimes we have to leave our home to learn to
Hmm.
literally love our home when we grew up, and and most of the people come back always home. That's something that I get to see all the time. People leaving, going to London because it's a good place where to start at any career, and then back home again. But
Hmm.
had really since you were a kid, that teenager, you're in a music scene then for different
Hmm.
role. So you were doing just songwriting before, and then you moved with your musical career. So we can say literally that you're a storyteller yourself and a
Mm.
composer. So you know how to navigate in the music field. the music
Yeah,
style.
I mean, I lean on that. I lean on storytelling and telling my story.
It's gorgeous.
Is I think there's so much power in
Thank you.
like your our own individual experience of life. Everyone's so unique. And
Yeah,
so
and
music is a really cool platform to be able to tell your story and people will hear
exactly.
you.
Exactly, because I of course always admire them. There's an amazing musician and songwriter that they wrote many also about, just different topics, could be supernatural topics, fantasy topics, which is beautiful. But there's something in the storytelling that never dies, and we can see that since Johnny Cash and even before, those that
Hmm.
never dies, and always make you
Hmm.
feel that you can see yourself in that song if
Mm.
people can really feel your music because they can think I'm not alone, or I can feel that song as I am the one talking, like I wrote the
Mm.
song itself. That's the
Mm.
power. If I think like Dolly Parton, I think about all those amazing storyteller that their songs never died and will never die. It's eternal. So thank you for
Hmm.
writing your story. That's what I think will inspire people, will help people in the tough time, and will make people
Mm.
happy also in happy times.
Well, thank you.
And also because your style is fresh, is new, and I don't like branding and labeling music because for me it's a kind of a granted thing. If we have to say like, oh, Jessy Fury is just, I don't know, alternative rock, I don't like it. It's belong to another era. Now we have so
Mm.
many genre, but I like really sound wise in a since you are a storyteller in a plot, how would you describe your music?
Mm. That's a good question. I honestly, I don't know. I really don't know. Um, and I think like I'm currently in a place of like
Okay.
discovery, and
Okay.
I like if I think of the Hollywood Forever EP, like
Yes.
there's so much of like the romanticized dream of like moving to like living in LA and driving. Like I can visualize the 405 and the 10 and all the freeways here at night and
That's
um
yeah.
this dream of like moving to Hollywood and like getting to live your dream and like to bring your family along, like make that happen for everyone. Like I feel like those are the themes like of where I've been at lately. And like when I look back at the songs when I lived in London, like I wrote these songs, like I wrote a song called Stand in the Rain, which like I talk about the I was in this place where I was trying to muster up a lot of courage.
Okay.
And so I wrote a lot of songs about having the courage to move across the ocean and
Yeah, I
live
think
your
I know.
dream. And
Yeah.
my brother like was an actor at the time too, and I would go out to all these like Hollywood
Yeah.
parties with him, and a lot of songs I wrote back then were about like LA models and and the party scene and
Yeah.
uh, stuff that was happening at the time. And so
Yeah.
like yeah, my life now, I'm like in a different chapter of my life. So
It's more mature,
yeah,
I
I'm
would say.
yeah, I'm in a different phase of my
Also,
life and discovery and like what I want to write about and what's next and stuff. So that's like a fun, like raw place
yeah.
to be in.
And like I said, you said it well. It's not easy to find the courage to literally to leave your own country and move across the ocean, the world, to start from zero because you don't know. I mean, maybe the only thing you know is the language, but there are people that maybe they don't even know the language, so they have to start from scratch.
I
And
know. That's
yeah,
so true.
yeah, and you have to learn, like you were saying in the beginning, how to do your laundry, how to navigate in the world of becoming mature yourself. At the same
Mm.
time, to do music, to do your job, it's dueling because usually,
Hmm.
let's say that you can do one thing at a time. Like I'm starting to do, I'm learning how to fold my laundry, and then I'm learning how to tour, for example. So it takes a lot, and
Hmm.
so let's say that kind of you grew up, if I can ask, all in that area, in that moment of your life. So and now you are in this phase of your life that you're literally letting yourself free to do to write any type of music you want without restriction. You want to write about dreams, you want to write about, I don't know, happy days, sad days.
Hmm.
But thank you for giving to people that never got the chance to experience Hollywood a little bit of frame of it, still,
Mm.
of Hollywood
Hmm.
dreams. Because I'm the one that if I turn my camera, you see the gigantic US flag. So, yeah, yeah, it's there.
It's
I was
cool.
12. I was 12. Yeah,
Well,
I'm planning
yeah,
myself.
no, I mean,
Yeah,
Hollywood and Los Angeles, I live in Santa Monica,
yeah,
which is close to the beach, and
yeah,
it's like it's funny because it is Hollywood and it is a real place, but it also is the place that we know from movies.
exactly. But
So
yeah,
like even in my music, it's half real and it's half the movies. It's
yeah,
half the
there's,
dreams. It's the thing
yeah,
that's not real, but it's like it's just intangible enough that you think, wow, that's that place there. This is
yeah.
Melrose. This is, you know.
We need that. We need that to dream a little bit because if we always stick to our too much real, like we
Mhm.
don't have any dreams, how we move in life, how
I
we have
agree.
courage. Yeah, I mean, I'm the first one
Yeah.
that still since I was 12 years old. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna move soon in US. I'm gonna move soon in US because that's you keep that goal in your life. And now today, I have 90% of the people in my life in California.
Wow.
I'm from all over, from I don't know, some places like Montesino, I think it's called, to the south in Camarillo, a cousin.
Amazing.
So I have a lot of people
Hmm.
spread it. So I'm like, what I'm here, why I'm here. But that's the
Hmm.
thing of leaving your house, the place where you're born, where you grew up, and moving
Hmm.
completely. It's not different than where I am than now because people from LA told me that, see, because I'm in Sicily.
Hmm.
Sicily, little bit how we are as a human is really
Hmm.
easy because we usually get along. There's a lot of Sicilian in US, so
Hmm. Hmm.
that's a way. Also, the land is similar, but if it was people from the center of Europe moving, it's a little bit bigger the impact.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
And here also one thing that I think it's always fun when I speak with people from not from Sicily. We always are used to drive. We drive 3 hours to get into the mountains. If you ask to someone and I think I don't have experience yourself, many people don't have a driver license. And if you ask to someone to go to the woods, which is 15 minutes of driving, it's too much. So, and I'm
Oh,
like, yeah, exactly. That's the reaction I got. Then, like, I mean, that's the beauty also, I think, of a dream that people might have if they look, for example, to those endless highway roads in US. Just
yeah.
drive and stop where you go. That you can do
Yeah.
anything, not only in US, in all over the world. But let's say that the dream started from there, from Kerouac. That's where he
Yeah.
put the first stone. And I thank you for giving back that because I think that the American, it's the cinematic, the beauty, the poetry is getting
Mm.
lost nowadays.
Hmm.
uh, it's Hollywood. It's
Mm.
magic for a reason. We have to continue to push it. And thank you because
Mm.
you also give another perspective, more younger, more younger, like kind of, but say younger, but also keep something from vintage. I don't want to say not vintage, but cinematic from. It's like I'm watching a movie from when I was a kid, when I was you. So
Mm.
for those
Mm.
early 90s. So there's something really beautiful about your music video, and because you have a lot of music videos, and I also want to ask you who is behind your music video because that's really well directed.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
That was it was like a whole collaboration.
Okay.
Um, that's been a really fun part about making music as Jessy Fury has been like having so many talented people to work with. Um, and like I still have a lot of like the vision is mine.
Okay.
But I try to be aware of grabbing good ideas from other
Okay.
places too. So like with that video, we had like a bunch of people all coming together to work on it. My producers helped edit it. We had two directors on it.
That's beautiful.
Um, a bunch of it was like this cool, and maybe this is an LA culture thing. But they talk like in LA we talk like a lot about the power of like manifestation
It's
and
worldwide now. It's worldwide now.
yeah, like, we
It's
talk
worldwide.
about like the how things it will happen for you,
Yeah.
you know? And sometimes you just have to believe like that it's gonna come together. And like that video, I would go on Sunset Boulevard and see someone with like cool hair, you know, like cool hair that reminds me of like the movies like that I like from the 80s or whatever. And I'd be like, just go up with a flyer and like, hey, I want you in my video. And
It's
I just did
cool.
that. And yeah, and I sent an email and I was like, okay, we're shooting it on this and like there'll be free pizza or whatever. And like we didn't know until that day how many people were gonna be there. And it was like this amazing dreamy thing. Like if people started
Yeah,
pouring in and everyone was collaborating and
that's
we worked
beautiful.
on so many like I didn't want it to feel like a fake thing. So like we'd come up with scenes like I want you guys to take a Polaroid together and then
That's
someone
beautiful.
takes the Polaroid and runs away and it was like it wasn't just artificial like
Mm,
I like when scenes
Exactly.
feel like alive like there's you're just stepping into like this party or there's things
Exactly.
really happening.
And that's why I think you are growing so fast as a
Mm,
Jessy Fury because that's authenticity behind it. Like I
mm,
said, we already have the storytelling, which is more authentic than that. I don't know what else is left. Also, you explain how you directed and produced a music video with the other people helping, just also going to the some people on the road say, oh, do you want to be in my music video? Do you want to?
yeah,
That's something that if I do something here, like, oh, do you want to be in my interview? How much? Like, that's kind of
yeah,
thing. Like, okay, bye.
totally. I know. It's
Thank
funny
you.
though, like I we had a budget. The budget for the video
Yeah.
was very small. It was
No,
like $800 or whatever it was. So 500 for the guy who filmed it, and then
no.
did pay a couple people $100. Hey, would you come? I'll give you $100 or whatever. But I think I paid maybe three people, so I paid $300. But because of those people coming, they all brought their friends, and
That's
then other people were going, "Oh, I want to be in the Jessy Fury video," and so then we
I
ended up
know.
getting 50 people, and you know.
I know you have to make a let's fill a form for the other music video. So let's do something. I have to shoot another video. So you want to join? Just please fill my Google form, whatever form I'm gonna send through mail. Let's make an audition. Let's start. It's gonna be great.
There's ways to make it happen. It'll happen
Yeah,
somehow.
but that's the beauty of do thing really authentic
Mhm.
and especially with the art and art itself because
Mm,
we have that this way of making music video because it's a beautiful just also releasing a song, okay, but always when a song is attached to the video, so we have the visual, it's another
mm,
story. You can really
mm,
dream because that's how what remains on your mind. Because I remember when I was even younger that we had all those 90s, there was MTV, there was other channel that you were always waiting, the release of new music because there wasn't internet
mhm,
and you had the release of that video. I don't know, whatever, Britney Spears, what was coming was like, this is the new single. There was no
mm,
Spotify and just releasing a song. You were
mhm,
waiting. Where is the new song coming out? Where is the new song music coming out? So these
mm,
things like stick with you. And so when there are new music videos coming out, I think these things also stick with you because it's seeing a story also. And when a music video is just a story, it's also a story attached to the story of the song, the meaning of the song
mm,
itself. You created like really like a short movie. So
mhm,
I may imagine that movie is a really big part of your life. Just
mhm.
so
Totally.
so did you ever think about doing some soundtracking, composing for some new movies, TV shows? Because you could do that. Or
Yeah, I'd love to do that. Like I do some composing for like
okay.
shitty reality TV shows.
We have all the thoughts from somewhere.
Which maybe has given me like that.
The
I
context.
don't know, but I think I've always loved movies and
Yeah,
like I think I write music that belongs in movies, you
yeah,
know?
that's what I
Like
found.
it sounds like it could, like I'll visualize, even when I'm singing, a lot of times I'll visualize a movie scene
Yeah.
or
And
something.
there has been some movie in your life that you would like, for example, that even a movie that it's already out, so it's in the in the history, that you would say like, I wish that I wrote the song for that movie.
Yeah, like I feel like my song Hollywood Forever, it fits really well with oh, I'm trying to think of the name of the movie. Um I was just you know the movie Natural Born Killers?
Of course, yeah.
I feel like Hollywood Forever is like that, you
That's
know,
an amazing movie.
or that scene in like Fear and Loathing when they're driving on the highway in the
Yeah,
desert, you know,
yeah, exactly. When
or
they,
there's another.
yeah,
I love that. It's a crazy movie, but like Terrence Malick's first movie. It's like it's this young guy and he's like with a girl and um, I forgot what it's called, but they're like he's like promising her a better life, but
okay,
he's not he's a very conflicted and kind of James Dean type of
yeah,
character, and he's like, come with me, you know, like we'll go live out in the woods and have this fairy tale. And she's like young and like, whoa, he's handsome and has muscles and maybe I should go with him, but like the reality is like it's never gonna end well. You know.
but you see, there's always that component, the drive, the road as a journey itself.
Yeah.
That's what I like about the music you make. That's what I like about this mindset. That's what I wish more people could be, aware, be aware and have in their life, because we lose ourselves so much in this world of social media, this world of being, that it's okay, but sometimes it's even the place where we live that they don't give this opportunity. So that's why I know that
Mm.
if I'm US, I have to drive. I can't. If I have to drive if I want to go somewhere. So that's, we need to be more outdoor, because come on, a road trip is one of the most beautiful things that people might ever do in their
Yeah.
life. Come on.
Yeah, I
Eh,
think honestly, if it wasn't for my journey in like living in the UK, like I don't think I would have made the EP that I made. Because it now that we're talking about it, it really is inspired by Americana, cinema, Hollywood, and roads and cool like classic cars,
yeah,
which is all this stuff that when I lived in the UK, I missed, but I
exactly.
didn't necessarily appreciate it before I left,
Yeah.
you know.
So that's also a beautiful thing to say, because also people that lives in US, maybe they give these things for granted, like, oh, we took our land for granted, we took our car for
Oh,
granted.
oh
Yeah.
my gosh. I used to complain all the time here about traffic and all these things and now I don't even complain about it anymore. I'm
I
like,
love staying stuck in the highway for 3 hours. Let's have
yeah.
fun.
Well,
Let's
but
rent a
trust me,
car.
there's a lot to feel conflicted about living in America right now.
Yeah, of course. That we are talking about, that kind of a dream that is just like, for example, getting out a weekend, taking a weekend out and just
Yeah.
on a road
Yeah.
trip with your girlfriend, with your wife, with your kids, with your friends, and just have fun. And then, but
Yeah.
when we come back to what it's the world in the bigger scene, well, I do complain to live in Italy too. We are close
Yeah.
friends as a country at the moment, so we know that, and it's not
Interesting.
good. It's
It
really, really,
seems like that is what's happening globally. Like there's
yeah,
just, you know, like anywhere I go, it's like people are like, I don't know what's going on. You
yeah,
know,
we don't know.
but at the same time it's so cool that like you could be in Sicily and I'm like sitting in Santa Monica and we can
Exactly,
connect.
exactly,
So
exactly.
I feel like the world is we're coming closer together because like you know I was just in Berlin and there's so much history there too and so much
Congratulations
like
for being to the Grammy in Berlin anyway.
oh thank you so much, yeah, that
Congratulations.
it was so cool to like perform there and
Yeah,
it was awesome. um But yeah, I just feel like the world is coming together and like
exactly.
people are we're evolving and like
Yeah.
seeing each other as Like we,
Uh,
you know, we're responsible for each other now, you know? It seems like that.
yeah, and that's how also you make great connection. That's also, you know, when we had COVID, we always were, you know, going through fucking phase of, you know, like rebranding, I don't know, that a rebirth, we can say, many of us. And also, I think that was a time that we were stuck in the house. So what we were supposed to do, finding a way to communicate with each other. And that's where I thought that all these things started, like to having friends, having, I don't know, people in your life across the ocean. All the culture was melting in one. And it was the
Mhm.
beauty of that moment. Some of this
Yeah.
was brought until today, as we are
Hmm.
talking. And as I told you, all my friends are there. I was in Milan, I think at the beginning of June with half of California. And I was like, I feel happy now. I can move. I can come back with you in the van, please. So
Yeah, totally.
yeah, because of course, after a while, you're gonna feel. I don't know if you ever happened to you to feel like a little bit literally a fish that don't belong to that pond, to that water,
Mm,
literally,
yeah.
because
Yeah.
maybe you grew up moving, just being in touch with different cultures or different mindset. We are, I love where I'm born. I love this place, but for some weird reason, still today, didn't match my mind. And as soon as immediately I got the chance to speak to my best friend, that she's born and raised in LA. I
Mm,
feel in Hollywood, especially, I feel like, okay, something
yeah.
is wrong here. Something is wrong.
Right.
So
Yeah.
yeah, and when I got also to just to listen to the music, I don't want to be here. It's my point of view, personal point of view. For me, what it's today the best music always came from the storytelling point of view.
Mm,
So it's all stories that's been said and all came from US at the moment, at least for what I can.
mm,
I know there are
mm,
globally, New Zealand globally amazing writers, and
mm.
but so I had also to ask you that. Did you ever thought also about writing poetries, like aside, because that's or a book, because it's your lyrics are really good.
Mm. Thank you. Yeah, I have an idea of writing a book one day,
Okay.
but it would be like way later in life.
Yeah, like not memories, please, like post not memories of Jessy Fury.
Yeah, an obituary. Um,
No, please. That's good.
well, I thought it would be fun to write a book about just how, like, if you follow a passion in your life,
Yeah,
where that leads you. Like, because I've been a songwriter, I've been an artist, like a musician, so long,
it's
and like the ways that uh has the places that's made me go,
yeah,
and the inner work that's made me do. Because like in order to be a good songwriter, a good storyteller, artist, I feel like you have to really work on your inner world a lot. So I
exactly.
feel like I would love to tell that story in some way.
It could have been really inspirational. Let's say let's do
Mm,
a lot of shadow work before being with other people. Work on your shadow and your darkness and in yourself before being surrounded by other people and do something new.
yeah.
That's definitely true. But just coming back to your music, so Hollywood Forever has been released. So it's for so people they can find it, I think, in vinyl, physical copy. Because I
Hmm.
just want to say, if people want to accept, you know, like social media, I take almost for granted it's Spotify, whatever social media is available. Streaming
Hmm.
platform is there. But
Hmm.
also, if people want to have a physical copy, there are physical copy available where they can find it.
Well, the best thing to do is to order it. If you order it from my website, I have them here, and I'll ship it to you wherever you are. Like I'd love to get that to you, and then it's going straight to the artist, me.
Okay,
So it's
it's the
awesome. There's
best way.
no, the money is all going to the real artists, and like it's all everything was made here in Colorado. We had the vinyls made, and the best quality you could actually make a vinyl. Like they're
Yeah.
180 gram EP that spins at 45 RPM. So
Wow.
it's the highest fidelity possible.
So
And it
you
sounds the most like in the studio making the music. It's incredible, this piece of vinyl that we have.
so you really worked in it, like you put also a lot of work to make it also the vinyl. Like you thought about that too. Like you wanted to be high quality.
Yeah. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that was really like me and my team.
Mhm.
Like we wanted to make a piece of vinyl that's like a statement.
Yeah, that's what we need also, because it's also not only for collector listening vinyls. It's something that we have to bring up again. It's also like for it, it's I don't know, it's something that make you feel closer also. It's come on and just and get out of the devices. Just
Mm-hmm.
put into the vinyl and just gonna it's the other dimension always. And
Mm.
also about speaking new thing. So you are now, I think, in US. I did you have any? You said you were in Berlin. At the moment, do you have some live shows planned?
Yeah, I'm playing
Okay.
just checking
Okay.
sorry. Yeah, I'm playing a show in here in LA August 9th.
Okay.
And so I've been playing like we just played at the Viper Room on Sunset Boulevard.
Yeah.
And that was amazing. That was on July 3rd. And it
Okay.
was like a packed house with the band.
Wow.
And so yeah, I'm working on a set list for this show coming
Okay.
up, which will be a more of like a stripped down
Okay.
set because I want to like what I did in Berlin is I did like just me and the guitar and it was so fun and it's so easy to just pack up and go perform anywhere.
Yeah.
So I'd love to
We do
do
that.
that and get out on tour, even if it just means me and the guitar, so I could get out there and share my stories and
Yeah.
any way that I can get out and be back on the road, right now, I'd love to do that.
So that's like a thought about how you would like. I mean, it's like like that's why I told you that you have that storytelling, because this how musician used to be before, and we lost it.
Mm.
Thank you. That I really like this idea of you. And also about new music. I think you're working on something new that maybe we will hear in the next future. Or that is gonna be like, I don't know, New Year's. There's gonna be something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I have so much material, even to make the EP. There's so many songs that I
Okay.
wrote just to narrow it down to those six. And then now I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my plan right now is to use like social media.
Okay.
And I want to get in the habit of just writing and posting and sharing online, even snippets of just
Yeah.
not fully produced songs,
Yeah.
but just things that I'm working on.
Okay. That's cool.
And
That's good connection
I
with.
want to let that kind of guide the next
Yeah.
phase,
That's
of
yeah. I really like this idea. So kind
mm,
of give a little bit of, let's say, snippet, like you said, of song that you already wrote, or maybe you will write to the
mm.
people, and towards, like, I don't know, just like following a path of that. Maybe you will choose at the end how the album, the full length, because I think
Yeah.
thinking about the full
Yeah,
length.
I think that as an artist, I think the artist is developing right now and figuring out like
Okay.
uh there's times where I'm like I see like artists like McGee or something, I'm like, man, they don't even have social media. They're so
Yeah.
cool. But I think that like the idea of an album is
Yeah.
changing so much. That's changed from an album
Yeah.
to then people releasing singles.
Yeah.
And now I think it's even changing more to just sharing like songs and ideas with people. And
Yeah.
it's
It
it's
is.
become 15-30 seconds of
Yeah. It is.
something. And like there's no need to work a year or 2 years on an
No, no,
album
no. You're right.
and then release it. You can write something and share it that same day and get that instant feedback,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
invite people.
To
That's
your.
why I love South Park because they're talking about political stuff happening this week. Like
Yeah.
they wrote that last episode in 3 days and aired it on TV. And so when you're watching it, it feels so current to them.
Yeah.
To what's happening right now. It doesn't feel
Exactly.
like it's been in the
Exactly.
can for so long.
Yeah, but I like really this point of view that you have, because it's also it's like the fan, the people that is listening to your music feel more connected, like you're almost asking, what do you think about that, what do you think?
Mm-hmm.
So there is an interaction, and that's something that is really nice, and I see all other musicians also from US doing that. always
Mm,
the storytelling side. This amazing girl, Jess Woodlands, she's just doing this amazing voice. Check her out if you can.
mm,
She's amazing. She's from
mm.
Nashville. She's amazing. The storytelling, she does the same thing. Snippet of their song. What do you think about that? I wrote a song. She just play her guitar with a beautiful voice, and maybe after a while she's gonna release the song or not. That's all
Yeah,
up to her. That's I understand how it works, but that's a really really beautiful way. So I can't wait to hear new more material coming from you, and when we gather new song, we're gonna talk more about also the songs, because I would love that, because there was, this is the first interview just to get to know Jessy, just to the people, Poison Rock, and also to get to know each other. So if you want next interviews, we're gonna dive more into the musics.
I would love to.
Too.
Hey,
Thank you.
I want to apologize to everyone about my gardeners here. So that's if you
I
hear the
didn't hear
noise.
nothing.
Oh,
Nothing.
really? Oh,
Yeah.
good. Oh, good.
Good
Um,
gardener.
well, thank you so much,
Thank you
and
so much.
I
It was
appreciate
nice.
your time. And
I appreciate
yeah,
you also.
hopefully, maybe come to LA soon, and you
Yeah.
have another friend here in Santa Monica.
Thank
So
you. Thank you. I will.
definitely,
I will take this for words for sure. For sure.
totally.
Thank
I'll show you every cool spot that I
you.
love here.
Thank you, Jess. Thank you so much. Have a good rest of the day. Let's stay in touch.
Okay,
Bye.
let's do it.
Bye.
Bye.
But I won't let that